Welcome to your Uncle Joe's Garage, outfitted by California Car Cover. Orianthi is with us. So blessed to have you here today. But you're from Australia. Do they call them garages in Australia?
Yeah, garage.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the shed, garage.
In the shed. And you spent a lot of time practicing in the shed, I would assume.
Well, I did because I convinced my dad to turn it into a studio. So it was a shed initially, full of, all random things. And then he soundproofed it, and we got some recording gear in there and a drum kit and guitars and everything. Because he's a guitar player, so.
There you go. It's a genetic thing then.
Yeah, that's why I picked it up in the first place.
Love it.
Yeah.
We're in the garage. One of the traditional things we do here is talk about the first car. Do you remember your first car?
Yes, it was a Honda Element.
An Element?
Honda Element. It almost looks, it was like a all black. It was really weird looking, like the Monsters kind of car. I don't know. It was
big enough to carry an amplifier and guitars.
Yeah, it could fit some stuff. And then my other car was an Escalade, so that was like a total gas guzzler and
You've played with a lot of musicians. A lot of names. I throw out a couple names. Alice Cooper spoke at length about you in the garage here, talking about it. What was it like working with Alice Cooper?
Oh, that was amazing. I mean, working with Alice, he's like one of the nicest people you ever meet, first up. And I got to play with him on Idol, American Idol, when I was playing with the contestants. I had, I think it was like the grand final or something. They all came out, and I played Schools Out with him. And then I got, chatting with him and Bob Ezrin backstage, and Bob and him was so cool. And I did some session work with Bob. And then Alice called me one day, actually. I was in Nashville making an album with Dave Stewart out there at Blackbird Studios. And he's like, do you want to join my band? And you got to learn 25 songs in a week. Be my lead guitar player. And I'm like, of course, hell yeah. So learning his songs, was a real challenge for me because there were so many different parts, and it was really orchestrated greatly for like 3 guitar players, and it was amazing, because it's like once you actually sit down and you listen to Alice Cooper records like properly and learning the parts. Halo with Flies nearly killed me. It's like 11 minutes long, and it was like freaking something else, But I loved it every minute. Celebrating Halloween every night.
I love it. Worked with Michael Jackson.
I did, yeah.
And that had to be mind-blowing on, what was it like as a musician working with him? Was he every little element?
Every element, he knew every part to every one of his songs, which is pretty amazing. I mean, he not only knew all the dance moves and how he wanted the show to look, it was, one of those things where you're in the presence of someone who is so great and so artistic and at the same time very encouraging. So he would come up to each one of us, whether it be a dancer or the musicians, and just say, just do your best, project your energy, and just have an amazing time, because it's all about that, and he was adding things to the show every day. It was like giant spiders would come out covered in Swarovski crystals to, I didn't even know what was going to happen, Nothing surprised me in the end, because it was like, there was so much stuff going on. It was literally like a fantasy, not reality world that I kind of lived in for like 4 months doing that with him, so blessed to have been able to work with him, for sure.
Carlos Santana showed up in your life at an early age as well.
Yeah.
What were you, 17, 18?
I sent him, I did a demo when I was like 14 at home. It was called Under the Influence. It was like this, instrumental EP sort of thing. And I recorded it in the kitchen at our house. I cleared out everything in the living room. I said, Mother, I'm making an album. She's like, okay. So brought in musicians, set it up, and my dad helped me record it. And yeah, it was fun, and I sent that to Carlos and his brother. His brother, I think you say Jorge Santana, I think it's his name. But he emailed me and said he's been listening to it in the office, and Carlos loved it. Everyone loved it. Oh, wow. So when he came to Adelaide, they invited me to play jam with him at Moral Drive, which was like, I think it's like 15,000 people there, and, I was like 18 and Carlos was like, and the night before, because I quit school when I was 15, so I was playing cover bands 3 nights a week.
Oh my God.
So the night before I was playing till like 4 a.m. with my cover band, and so he's like, come up and jam. He didn't tell me what songs or whatever, and we ended up jamming backstage, and then got me up on stage, and I remember it just being like a kind of a blur because I was so nervous, and it was the same lineup Sacred Fire video I used to practice to, and like same drummer, Chester Thompson on keyboards, everybody, and I was like freaking out, and he would just turn to me and say, okay, you're solo, I was like to find the key and everything, and I was like, good Lord. So yeah, that was definitely being thrown into the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, and but it was such a great moment, you know, because I really had such, you know, respect, and he's my idol. He's the reason why I played electric guitar in the first place, because I was studying classical until I saw, I think it was Dance the Rainbow Serpent tour in Adelaide with my dad, and we were in like the nosebleed section, and Carlos played Europa, and I was like, that's what I want to do.
What a song! What a song!
Amazing.
So what have you got? What would you like to play? You don't have to.
I'll play.
Okay. Would you like to play something?
I'm going to play You Don't Want to Know, and it's a song off Heaven in This Hell, that record I made in Nashville, and it's kind of got a blues sort of thing going on here.
Cool.
So yeah,
Cool.
I'm going to try not to fall off the stool and play fills. Yeah. I'm a little angel. You only see what you wanna believe. You dress me up with the wings and a halo, with this burning brimstone underneath. Songs don't make it right, but I'll sleep pretty good at night. You don't know what's gonna kill you. You don't know what's gonna break you down. Trust me, baby, gonna drive you crazy. You don't wanna know, but you don't know. You think you're a real good liar. You think you got one on me. Truth is, I got my own little fire, and pretty soon you're gonna feel the heat. Too long don't make it right, but I'll sleep pretty good at night. You don't know what's gonna kill you. You don't know what's gonna break you down. Not drive you crazy, but gonna trust me, baby. You don't wanna know. You don't know what's gonna kill you. You don't know what's gonna break you down. No. Trust me, baby. It's gonna drive you crazy. You don't wanna know. You don't know.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for being in the garage.
Thank you so much for having me.
Look forward
really
to seeing you
appreciate
next
it.
time around.
Definitely, we'll be back, rocking it out. Maybe some electrics next time.
Hey, I know that you, yes you, haven't been in the Uncle Joe's Garage yet, but I got some good news. We have created a mobile version of the Uncle Joe's Garage, thanks to our friends at Mike Thompson RV Superstores. Like they say, don't miss a moment, and don't miss the mobile Uncle Joe's Garage coming to a location near you.